G'day everyone and welcome to DVD Openings. I'm Lachlan Madison. Now on DVD Opening 420 is the NRL's The Electrifying 80s 2004 DVD from Fox Sports, and here we go.
It's been called the greatest grand final try of all time. A magnificent moment of speed, daring and athleticism. It put the cherry on top of Canterbury's first premiership in 38 years and made their coach dance on the sideline. It was the first grand final of a new decade. A decade of excitement, brilliance, scandal, controversy and expansion. A decade that started with a big idea, ended with the best grand final ever, and a sexy grandmother singing the praises of the greatest game of all. It was the 1980s. Canterbury's triumph in the 1980 grand final, playing an open and exciting brand of football, had them dubbed the Entertainers. Steve Gearon's try was the epitome of that style, but their win was not the most significant game of the year.
Now there's a sight to see. Big Army in the Lorona, Queensland and captain.
When Arthur Beetson led Queensland onto Lang Park on the night of July 8, 1980, nobody knew that the scheduled one-off interstate game would revolutionise rugby league.
It was always going to be a tough game. I know there was a lot of doubting Thomases. Rex Mossop said it would never work. Bobby Fulton said it would never work. Ray Warren said it would never work.
Interstate games had been played since league's inception in 1908, and in the 72 years previous, New South Wales had triumphed by the ratio of 3-1. The money and strength of the Sydney competition had lured all the best Queensland players to New South Wales, and to the chagrin of every Queenslander, their homegrown stars returned each year in a Blues jersey, usually to hand out a thrashing.
For so many years, we thought that we were a chance of beating New South Wales every year. That first game of every series, we used to think via the media that we were a chance of beating them. We used to be told that we were taking a game into that series that were some sort of hope. But you used to see Queensland with 10 or 15 minutes to go, leading the Blues. But at full time, we're always probably 20, 25 points behind, and you'd watch the crowd file out of the gates, and I mean, it used to be like a funeral.
The brainchild of QRL President and Labor Senator Ron McAuliffe, and supported by New South Wales Rugby League and ARL Chief Kevin Humphreys, the concept was greeted with scepticism from those who thought that teammates would go soft opposing each other. Those thoughts were quickly banished after the opening exchanges.
You know, Arthur was playing against a lot of his Parramatta teammates, and all of a sudden he was turning around and giving him a smack in the chops.
What had happened, Graham Winnett hit our little halfback, Ollie, and of course I stepped in to protect him, and of course it ignited a little bit.
Now they're at it. The ladies are definitely restless. Beatson's involved.
It was the famous fight that established the folklore of state against state, mate against mate. Tamed by the standards of the day, it galvanised the 33,000 strong crowd who urged Queensland on to an upset 20-10 victory. New South Wales grumbled that they had been ambushed, but they had their chances.
Sides picked on Sunday night, played Tuesday night, back to Sydney on Wednesday, back to work and back to worrying about what's going to happen next week for your club side.
He might say, we weren't prepared and all that, and that's a lot of bull, you know. They were coming out. They came to play football. They came to win.
And was Meninga. Nicely to Close. Close accelerates and does beautifully. Right through.
Chris Close was a worthy man of the match, and Mal Meninga kicked 7 from 7.
We always seem to be underdogs all the time. I think that brings the best out in Queenslanders. And you know, when you're underdogs and you've got that tag on you all the time, you always want to prove people wrong. And, you know, and all the whole state gets behind you.
As had been the case in the previous year, in 1981 the concept was trialled again as the third game of the regular the series. In what could be called the birth of the Queensland never say die spirit, the Maroons mounted a comeback from 15-0 down to win by 22 points to 15.
Go wrap up this edition of Daily Robbins. Thanks for watching. If you're not any question of these views, Daily Views, these Robbins, Daily Robbins, and from the vault, put them in comments section below. Don't forget to put those thumbs up and subscribe. Hope you've enjoyed this much I have on one of the greatest decades in Rugby League history, the 1980s. And we've got a lot of awesome content coming up as the season starts to wind down, right here on Passion NRL for 2020. Anyway, we'll wrap for now. Thanks for watching. This has been NRL on Fox. Good night, everyone.